Listen to me. Never give up.
No matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. Just don't let it come to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals. Stay focused on you. Focus on you. Succeed, cause I'm hoping you do. Keep climbing up the ladder, cause the key to success. Go hard and go home, never settle for less. Life is stress, but we gotta deal with it, homie. Send a prayer to the man to put a shield on it. Work hard for what you get, appreciate what you got. You can always improve, just don't stop. Going for your dream to achieve in your life. Gotta take a chance like rolling the dice. It won't come to you, so you gotta go get it. At the end of the day, add up the digits. Miss Price used to say, if there's a will, there's a way. So I live by it, and to this very day I kept on mashing and I never gave up. Me believing in myself is the way I came.
What's up, team? This is Robert Porter and Ipiani Locker with the I Love San Bernardino County radio show on KCMBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM, where we will talk politics, culture, and history. What's up, Ipiani?
Hey, brother, doing well. I hope you had a great Easter, and I hope everyone that celebrates Easter had a great Easter. How was your Easter, bro?
Pretty good. We went up to VOE, or Valley of Enchantment.
Okay.
And my grandparents a long time ago built a bunch of houses up in there.
Okay.
And my aunt currently lives up there, and my uncle, so I got to stay and have some ham and turkey.
Okay, there you
and
go.
it was really nice. I hadn't been up there in 5 years, and I really appreciated it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I really appreciate the love.
Amen.
Because Jesus is the reason, right? I mean,
For those that ascribe to the Christian faith, yes.
Yeah, and it was a little bit different than having all the kids and doing all, but there was one kid, so there was eggs around.
A little youth, a little young energy.
And we do have Supervisor Dawn Rao in the house today, but we will get to her in 1 second because I'd like to mention our sponsors. PAL Charter Academy over in Muscoine. PAL, really does a lot for our community. Mm-hmm. And if I had their address and number right here, I'd be able to say it a little bit better. But they.
Well, as you.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
I got it.
All right.
So, PAL Charter Academy, 2450 Blake Street, 909-887-7002. Right now, they're looking for kids to join their curriculums. They really have a strong foundation for your kids. I'm serious. If your kid is having a difficult time in the normal school system, this might be for them. But if they're not having a difficult time and it's too easy for them, this might be the place for them too. So, take them on over. They even have an incredible room that's just for the kids to unwind.
Totally.
And I can't think of a better spot. One. Yeah. I want one. If you're all stressed out because you have things going on with your family and you're at school, then you're stressed out more. Sometimes kids need a place just to relax.
Sometimes we all, as Supervisor Rhoda said, we kind of all need that.
Yeah, that's my secret garden, and I've been in it every single day all week, man.
There you go.
You watch the hummingbirds.
That's beautiful.
Really does great for you. There have more information at info@palcenter.org, but seriously, team, consider them. They're awesome. And I'd like to mention our I Love San Bernardino Standout of the Week, Ahmed Belozo, and he's on the Tira, right? So, I kind of got turned on to his stuff when he was following that murder of the girl out in Moreno Valley and stuff. And I was watching his stuff and everything, and I was like, wow, he's really getting the story and all this. But then I saw he's doing history and different places around.
You gotta have him on the show one day.
Well, he also did Arrowhead Peak.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, wow, that's so cool. So you give Arrowhead Peak love, I'm give you love.
There you go.
So I've been trying to share his stuff around, and his life story is incredible. I won't tell it, but you guys should follow On the Tira and just see what he's into and just have a good time, because you'll probably laugh as hard as I did, man. And some you're not laughing. Some serious and very important, but other stuff, he'll crack you up.
No, he's definitely a character, and I would love to have him on the show to be able to tell this story.
Yeah, I sent it on out. He said he's not doing interviews now, but I wonder why, because I just seen an interview in the LA Times. So, I mean, if you're getting interviews in the LA Times,
We're not big enough. We're not big enough.
Yeah, I Love San Bernardino's got to wait a little bit. Yeah, but I'm going to keep asking. Hopefully he'll come on. That's brought to you by Chubsy Smash Burger.
Smash.
Yeah, Vic and Joe are doing a great job over there. Pat be cooking up your stuff. The whole team, they're at 2344 Sterling Avenue, and, they got some good burgers there. I go there, and I take my mama's keto buns, and, I get mine on a regular bun, but don't tell my mama.
No. Maybe we need to talk to Vic and have some smash burgers delivered to the board of supervisors at the next meeting.
I like that idea.
Motivational Realizations will sponsor those burgers. So we'll make that happen and have them delivered.
Yeah, you haven't had it?
No.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. They're right there on Highland and Sterling. You know where Sterling Cinemas is?
Oh, yeah.
Right across the street. So where the old Target is now Crazy Boss. They did a brick and mortar right in there. But prior to that, for 2 or 3 years, they had a pop-up on East Street in Marshall and became famous. After the Redlands warehouse burned down and they lost their jobs.
Oh, no.
So this whole progression we've been following on the radio, and it's just amazing to watch locals go from, pop-up to brick and mortar.
That's awesome.
Totally.
So we try to showcase that with everybody because it's more than just going brick and mortar. It's all the permits and loans and setting things up. It's all that information to build a business that is valuable to someone who might want to start one.
And to me, one thing that's very notable about Chubsy Smash Burger is with the pop-up, they lowered their costs. It was cheaper instead of having a brick and mortar. And they build up their clientele. So often you see businesses that, I'm going to start a business, and they open up a brick and mortar, but they haven't built out their fan base or the community.
Or customer base. They're like a phenomenon. You're right. It's more like fans.
Yeah, because the burgers, we're fans of the excellent burgers. Smash.
When it tastes, like when you want to eat another bite every time and then it's gone. You're like,
sometimes I get my fingers, see?
Well, I'm this much Chubsies right there. We love you, team, and thank you for all you do. And they do have like a family value meal that you could give as a gift certificate.
That's what I was going to grab.
Yeah, so like that's pretty awesome. And like you could, if you want to give a gift that will give again, right? You can give it to a kid, and then they could take their family.
There you
right?
go. There you go.
So we love Chubsy. Thank you so much. And with that said, dude, what did you do this Easter?
You know what? I attended church with my mom because she's the president of the Mothers Ministry, and my parents were devout Christians, and they love Easter, right? And it used to be a very beautiful memories as a family. We'll go and get a nice meal or cook a nice meal. So I went to church to just, make sure mom's is happy because we're blessed to still have her, you know what I mean? So it was really laid back and cool, and I cooked some fajitas, you know what I mean? So kind of did my thing. I know we're both like aspiring chefs, right?
Yeah.
But on that note, Supervisor Rowe, how was your, do you celebrate Easter?
I do.
And how was your Easter?
Fantastic. It was, I volunteered at church on Good Friday.
Okay.
And then again, I did sunrise service. My husband and I were greeters at our East Valley Sandals Church
That's
over in
pretty
Mentown.
cool. The supervisor welcoming you in, like they don't even.
Nobody knows. No, it was awesome. It was great. It was fun to see the kids and everybody come out. And
we have a Sandals in San Bernardino too.
I know.
Yeah.
That's Pastor Chris.
Yeah, Pastor Chris is awesome, man.
He is.
We've actually had him on the show several times.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we're working with Vice Chair Baca, Joe Baca Jr., and I have helped help fund the Hill Center over there.
Oh, yes.
The
yes.
laundry, all that they're
I think
doing.
I saw you there that last time when they did. Yes, they just set that up.
And I just got a tour over there recently, and all the things that they've added to that. So
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
really it's a program where they have like an after school program for the kids, plus also doing their laundry and things like that. So
it's really cool.
It's totally beautiful how so many houses of worship throughout the Inland Empire are addressing the needs of our community.
Yep.
So big shout outs to all the houses
because
of
we
worship.
need every angle.
All hands on deck. All
Yes.
hands on deck. But on that tip, I just wanted to share a few quick announcements before we dive into the bulk of our interview. Just wanted to announce that the Riverside Interfaith Council 2026 Day of Prayer will be happening Wednesday, May 6th from 6:30 to 8 at the Culver Center in downtown Riverside. Also, the Redlands Area Interfaith Council is having their Mayor's Prayer Breakfast happening May 7th, Thursday, May 7th, over at the Orden Center at the University of Redlands. So the one in Riverside is free. The one in Redlands, it's, I believe, $25 for the ticket because it helps support the organization, as well as there's a cost for the food and everything because they serve a really nice breakfast. So just wanted to let our audience know, if you're in the San Bernardino County and you would like to join a Interfaith National Day of Prayer, you have the option here in Redlands with the Redlands Area Interfaith Council. Or if you're in Riverside County and you want to be a part of a multi-faith National Day of Prayer, is happening there in Riverside and at the Culver Center on May 6th. So just wanted to shout that out. And before I forget,
You always have the best announcements, dude.
thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the opportunity to work with you over the course of these years, man. It's been an honor.
12 years?
You keep saying that, but we're probably closer to 6. But I've been in radio for about 8 years, so going towards 9. But more than half of it has been with you, brother, and it's been a wonderful journey. But just want to shout out the 100 Black Men of the Inland Empire. They have one of their network and mixers happening at Raquel's Jazz Lounge this upcoming Wednesday.
We were talking about Damon Alexander just before the show.
Yeah, we were. You know, and it's a $20 is a fundraiser as well, but a wonderful time to network. And then there's the young men's, there's the etiquette and study skills that is happening. Go to my page, Ipyani, IPYANI on Facebook. You can find the flyers there, but I want to shout out both of those events. Thank you, sir.
I would like to mention Family Street Food and their new show prior to us at 6 o'clock, but they just threw a huge event at La Placita Park, I believe. Do you know a little bit about that, Eric? They how many kids they helped, but it was serious. Like they had it was nuts. They had a lot of stuff going on over there. And then also, I like to mention Mohammed over at Burger Point. He gave away like $5,000 worth. Like $5,000 in eggs plus everything else, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So like
I missed out, man.
Afterwards, I was like, I know that was nuts, but thank you.
Awesome. Bless him.
And he's like, yeah, dude, that was crazy.
He survived, so amen.
Yeah, because I saw the egg hunt over at PAL.
Yeah.
And parents can be pretty wild. Let me tell you, man. They want the candy just as much as the kids.
I hear you.
But we also, how do people listen to this show online, Eric?
You can always find all of our shows on the KCAA app. So just go ahead and type in KCAA on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store, and you guys can tune in from Paris, France, or Paris, California. Oui.
Oh my.
And what about your show?
Oh, and you can always tune in to Palm Trees and Progress Presents on all streaming platforms, but also on the KCAA app or live every Tuesday from 7 to 9.
Awesome.
And we do have a lot of great shows here at KCAA. So if you're listening live, you might want to turn in. When you're driving down the street, there's a lot of talk radio. There isn't a lot of that available for people. So if you're interested in having your own show, Mark Westwood here, our general manager, give him a call, talk to him, and see what he can do for you. These shows are hourly. So hit them up and, start a contract. And maybe you can have your own show.
You can have your own.
Yeah. and so the supervisor knows. And like I pay for every show. Or Yanni's a sponsor with Motivational Realization for half the shows. And then, of course, Chubsy's Smash Burger and Pal Charter Academy. So a lot of times people think they're coming on the show and I'm getting paid. But no.
You're paying.
For 12 years. Yeah. So that involves actually getting sponsors.
Yes,
that involves
indeed.
running the business aspects of it. And that involves also losing sponsors. Yeah. So if you're interested in being a sponsor of the I Love San Bernardino County Radio Show, hit me up on any platform. I will hit you back up.
Definitely.
And before we get diving in, how have you been, Dawn? I'm serious. She has been on the show at least 3 times. This is the 3rd time, right?
At least.
Yes.
My husband asked me. I'm like, a lot. But
But
I've only called it. This is my first time in studio.
It was COVID's fault.
Were we going to blame it on that?
Yeah,
that and the fact that it was a 2-hour drive from the desert.
Okay, and that.
But it was COVID at the time, so during the first one. So I do appreciate anyone that took the opportunity to call in during those times because it was hard to get guests. So.
So Robert used to come to our board of supervisors meetings with cameras all the time.
Yeah.
And then I get this crazy guy that goes, "Hey, do you want to come on my radio show?"
She got appointed.
I know.
And I'm all about voting, but
Yes,
she was
indeed.
honest. She's she earned her appointment, then she earned her election.
Yeah.
Yes, you won.
Yep.
You won.
And that is awesome. And that's all right. That is a good progression.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
So that started like talking to you, and then of course Supervisor Baca recently joined the crew over there, and he's a good dude.
He
really
is.
He represents San
Him and his
Bernardino
father,
very well
yeah.
in our county, and I appreciate him very much.
Yes,
So do
indeed.
I.
There's a lot of other things been going on in the county, but what has been most important to you lately?
Do you know my district that I serve? You call them a ward, but we call them districts at the
District
county.
3, I believe. Right?
District 3, it is 10,000 square miles. I touch Arizona.
In the country?
It's bigger than probably some states.
It's just wild. So Supervisor Cook has one that's that big, and then the 3rd district, so 1st and 3rd. And Supervisor Cook has Wrightwood, but the rest of it is all the North Desert. But District 3, I touch LA County, Arizona, and Nevada.
And the mountains?
And the mountains.
No, the tops of the mountains. And that's not easy to get to.
Yeah, no, yeah. So Mount Baldy is in 2nd district, but it's a lot of real estate to cover. So it kind of depends. If you ask me, like in the desert, our needs are so different. We didn't, back in the day when San Bernardino County was thinking about what it wanted to be when it wanted to grow up, it didn't contemplate development in the desert. So the roads, they're non-maintained county roads, they're dirt, there's no septic, or there's no sewer, it's all septic out there. And then all of a sudden during COVID, everybody became popular out in the far reaches. So
Yeah, everyone wants to go out to Joshua
I
Tree,
know,
right?
that's
And hang
very-
out. It's actually becoming international.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. It
Definitely.
is.
It's one of the great places for those photographers
Yeah.
that want to take
Do
the
you
night
think
sky.
it will take the same route as Big Bear? I mean,
It's so close. We
Yeah.
have 2 highways in and out, like Big
Yeah.
Bear. There's 3 if you get really
and
creative.
you can really experience, high altitude and desert.
Yes. So that area has unique challenges. The mountain area, oh yeah, still learning that.
Yeah, that's different too.
It really is. So all the mountains, with the exception of the city of Big Bear Lake, are unincorporated. That means there's no mayor, there's no council people. They rely on
Let
their
me tell
until they do, right?
Yeah,
Until
until it snows.
That's right.
Again.
Yes. So that's completely unique and different.
Yes, it is.
And their areas of needs and concerns. And then we have the valley. And so in the 3rd district down below, I go all the way from Grand Terrace. I have little pockets of San Bernardino, all of Loma Linda, Redlands, Highlands, Yucaipa. And then back over just below Arrowhead Springs, I have part of the tribe. So it's
Yeah.
Would you consider your district gerrymandered or?
Oh, heck no.
No?
Because
Yeah.
if I had the chance, I wouldn't gerrymander this. No way.
I was just wondering because
You know
it's so crazy.
It is crazy.
really
We gave
is.
it to an independent redistricting commission, had 2 judges on there and 5 other people, and they drew maps. And it's fascinating. And Robert, I'm going to come back in my next life when it's the next, like in 2030 for redistricting, and I want on the commission. These
You said
people.
in my next
So
life.
I know. Well, in my next, whatever I do after this gig.
Definitely.
So Lytle Creek, it's in the 3rd district. You know who they associate with? They get their oil change, they buy their pizza, they grocery shop in Fontana. That's not the 3rd district, but I have Lytle Creek.
Interesting.
Yeah, right? But they were part of the mountains. And then you have issues like short-term vacation rentals and other things like that. And mountain communities wanted 1 supervisor. I'm like, I need 3 votes to make policy. So
yeah.
like give another supervisor that same area of interest so that they can feel my passion, feel my pain.
Maybe divide the mountains into 3.
Right?
3. Oh, yeah.
So when I talk about short-term vacation rentals, Kurt Hagman says,
It really is 3 areas, anyways.
yes. So Hagman, like Jesse Armendariz, they'll be like, what's the problem? Sounds like, they just don't understand it
Yeah.
because they don't have constituents that share those same.
Because they're in the
issues.
populated areas
Right.
that have population issues like
Right,
homelessness, and that's a number.
Yeah. So when Janice Rutherford was on the board, it was before redistricting, and she had a lot of the mountains. So she had half, I had half, and I could go to her, and she would feel the challenge and the pain. I lost her as an advocate when they redistrict. So no, I didn't have anything to do with the gerrymandering. They came up with it.
So it may be gerrymandered, but not to your.
That's the way I didn't do it. Yeah, my fingerprints are not on it.
Okay.
Okay. And when is your next election?
What year are we in?
26. So
I'm 2024, 2028. So I was elected in 2024. 2028 is the next one.
So you have a little bit of time to
Oh, yeah.
to take your vision and actually make it work.
Manifest.
Right?
Do you know what? It's a blessing to be on a 4-year cycle for this area of public service. We have our assembly members, our congressmen, they're on 2-year cycles. State senators are on 4-year cycles.
I hear you.
The 2-year cycle is brutal. You get elected and you're constantly campaigning, but not in this job. So,
Yeah. And you can actually get something
the job.
done. Yeah.
Definitely.
And what has been your signature thing that you wanted to get done or you feel like you're working on?
But one and the same. It probably falls to land use. One of the things that, like, land use is not super sexy. You don't really need it until you
Unless
need
you own
it.
a bunch of it.
Yeah. Falls like code enforcement's under
Sure.
land use.
Oh yeah.
Cannabis
Yes.
is into land use. That kind of stuff.
AUDs.
Yeah,
So
ADUs.
ADUs,
Yes.
and that's really big right now.
It
because
is.
on our house, in front of our house, there's like 3 different homes that are building the ADUs in back. But
Oh, totally.
but I just read something recently where there was a court case that said that the neighborhood association the neighborhood
Like the
Homeowners.
homeowners?
yeah, the homeowner association, can actually they can
Prohibit
prohibit them, right? So that's a whole.
I don't know.
Yeah, that court case was just today.
Oh, man.
So this is a whole new level. So I'm like, wow. Now at first, San Bernardino argues about it all the time in the meetings about because of parties. So they often get the people who are coming to the raves and everything, and after the rave, right? I don't blame them, but the neighbors don't like that.
Yeah.
But out in Joshua Tree,
Oh, don't go there.
yeah.
Well, no, because, you have the same problems.
Yeah.
Now we have weddings and bachelor parties, and we have all that.
And like those people are kind of used to being rustic and rural.
They like
right?
their night skies. I love the night skies. And everywhere you look in the distance, you can have bistro lights and DJs doing weddings. It's not, so it's the same problem. It's just a little bit further apart.
Different terrain.
Yeah.
But definitely, with as you spoke about land usage, I had the honor of watching your Inland Edition interview.
Oh, yeah.
And we both had the pleasure of being on that show. But that's initially how you got into.
It is.
You know what I mean? Would you like to share a little about that?
I will give you, I had frustrations with land use, not at the county level, although I probably have those still too. And
But when you were working for
county of about, back in the day. Way back in the day. And I thought it'd be fun. I regret this, but I thought it'd be fun to buy vacant land, subdivide it, and then build houses and sell them. Not big.
That's a blast.
Like, think of me
Yeah.
as a mini developer. I built a home.
I hear you.
I was a self-contracted
Yeah.
person, and I loved it. My kids did it with me.
It's awesome as long as you can keep on building those things, right?
Yeah, so I thought I bought 10 acres and I wanted to subdivide it into 3 plots, and then the fire department said no, and then they said study this and study that, tortoises and Joshua trees and all that stuff.
You had how
I
many
did it. No,
Joshua trees did you have?
a lot. But this was before they had a
And
protection on them.
You know those things you have to keep them in the same position.
I
When you
know.
move them.
Yes.
And
Right.
if you
Don't touch them now, though.
Yeah, no. But if you have seen areas where there's a whole bunch of Joshua trees planted in the same area, it's not because they seeded there. That's because of someone went out there to that property and dug them all up and put them
Probably
in the same spot.
transplanted them
I
and
hear
clustered
you.
them.
And so I know back in the day, developers would send people to properties to run over all the Joshua trees before they bought them. So remember that.
Right? I know that
Yeah.
it did happen.
Yeah.
So this is the example that I tell people what frustrated me. So they say, do all these things, percolation studies and species studies. So I do them all, and I'm like a mini developer. Like, I'm just thinking that it's fun to build. And I turn them all in, and these things are expensive to the
Yeah.
town that I was living in. I don't want to throw them under the
I-
bus,
I
but
hear
anyway, the high desert town I was living in, and they sat on it, and they did whatever they do, which took too long and cost too much. And then by the time they got to my application, they said your environmental species studies has expired because of the time. Better. And now the tortoises are dormant and they're hibernating, so you have to wait another season, and then everything
yeah.
else
You
will
can't
expire in
find
the
them.
I hear
meantime.
you.
I'm like,
I
are
hear
you
you.
serious?
And like tortoises are when we did archaeology, we were not allowed if we saw that stuff, you stay away.
Yeah.
Because if you touch them, they'll release all of their water.
They do.
And they can die.
Yeah.
So like you're not even out, and you can pants diseases and things, right?
Yeah.
So even though they look so cool, right? but you don't own your property. Yeah.
So I
yeah.
went up. I introduced myself to the mayor. I didn't know him, and I said, I didn't pay attention to government in high school. So how do you fix this problem?
Yes.
And he said, be my planning commissioner. So I got appointed as a volunteer on the planning commission. And the kids went through the journey with me. We grabbed Schoolhouse Rock and we popped it in to try to remember how stuff happened at, at the government level. I know. Wish I paid better attention in high school. And then,
are you running your meetings like School of Rock, or like? Because if they are like that, I better start going to them.
and so then I figured out that the planning commission was an advisory body. They just got to advise the council, and that the council's really the policymakers. And the council wasn't listening to me, so I ran.
And they won't often, unless it's what they want. They won't listen to you. Yeah.
So that was the start.
Did you win, or you ran?
After I paid money to appeal, the planning commission told me no, and then I appealed. Yes, eventually yes.
Okay.
And then I wanted my fees back, and they said no.
Where do you get that steadfastness and that determination, that gumption to see it through? Because it sounded like a whole ordeal.
It was.
But you
I needed
decided
therapy.
Okay.
I did. And now, you know what the sad part is? Now the sad part is at the county level, and I love the county. I love San Bernardino and the county. But the sad part is it's just a bigger entity that still has the same things. I can't change it like I thought I could change it. I can figure out how to navigate through
You
it.
are one vote. You are not all. And that's what every new politician runs into.
It's really well-meaning people that are serving our county, and they're hardworking, and they absolutely do right by the policymakers. The laws that we're up against, though, at the state and everything else, it's just a lot of stuff that you have to do.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah.
How big? You don't have to be exact, but how big is roundabout is the budget for San Bernardino County?
In the billions?
In the billions.
The-
See,
the
did you hear that, team? I mean,
10
it's
little over
like
10
it's
billion.
like $1 billion corporation.
Totally.
Yeah, 10.
Yeah,
Totally.
and yeah, this is serious stuff, and that's serious money.
I know.
And you go ahead, Johnny.
Well, speaking of the leadership at the county level, with all of this, divisiveness that's happening throughout our country right now, how is it that you try to create a environment for unity and collaboration? Because people have different political affiliations, but at the end of the day, each one of you have been elected to represent everyone,
Everybody.
in within your district. How is it that you go about cultivating a sense of unity and camaraderie?
So that's a great question. I'm currently the chairman of the board. And
The big boss hog. I didn't know if I should I put that?
No, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, yes, it does. It does. Anyways, okay.
So, in that gig, in that role, you run the meetings and you represent the county all over the
And
place.
it's usually given to someone who's has
there's
experience.
there's a rotation.
Yeah,
There is
I mean,
there's a senior rotation.
Yes, so like you know what you're doing. That's why you're in
What's wrong with it?
Training and full disclosure.
there. Honestly, you know how many good politicians have said that same thing to me?
What?
But they're learning on the job
Oh,
too.
for
right?
sure.
And it's the truth. We all learn on the job,
Totally.
you know?
Because that's. Well, please continue.
Oh no! So to keep it nonpartisan, I mean, I'm really blessed to have 4 other supervisors. We all have our different political bents and ideological viewpoints that we bring to the table, but they care about the county. They care about the citizens that they represent. We stay out of national politics. We try to stay out of state politics, and we keep it focused on the local. And by doing that, we all have one mission, one vision, and that's to make San Bernardino County better.
Awesome.
And we get along that way. Now, if they're stepbrothers, I love them. Sometimes they drive me a little nuts, but
And it makes for a well-rounded government official to have to deal with these different areas as one. That might be an advantage of if you were running maybe for a statewide office or something.
God bless those people.
Not by I didn't even get
What are your
that.
aspirations?
Because you did mention like
The next line.
You did mention Congress.
Come back
No.
in 2028.
No,
and
I love serving where I'm serving.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. When I had the honor of listening to the interview on Inland Edition, shout out to KVCR, it talked about you have a background in journalism and in advertising. How are those? Have those skill sets helped you in your current position as you are a board of supervisor?
Absolutely. Fundamentally, I went off to college and I majored in journalism. And then my freshman year professor said, your starting salary is going to be about $18,000. And I went into my counselor and said, I need a double major. So I need something to be able to provide. And so I added in advertising and marketing. And I'll tell you, just the ability to write, having that background has been exceptionally helpful.
Awesome.
And then, people. When you're in marketing and advertising, you're in essence selling something to someone.
That's what you do every
It-
have to do every day.
We
now,
did,
right?
yeah. And so Robert was the first. When I first met Robert, he's like, we listen and we learn.
Yes.
And that's his mantra. It's what I took with me, after I first encountered him, and it's true. And you can't. If you really care about your job, you have to listen.
Yes.
And
It takes a long time to learn it too. A lot of people go in there and they think they're gonna change everything really quick, but then you have to.
The reality.
Yeah, you got to get the votes.
I know.
And
And I don't care. So my deal is, I didn't care about getting elected. I didn't care about the appointment. If I do one day at a time. If this is where God calls me to serve, I'm happy to serve. And like the campaigning, I hate the campaigning. Don't like it.
You don't love that?
Oh no, some people do.
Yes, some do.
Some do.
Yeah, they do it every single time and they never win.
I just try. I try to be honest with people. You can like me, but you know what politics is? When we get people, and I've had multiple people run against me every time. They're good people. They are. We're all different flavors. It's like
Yes.
going into Baskin
There you
Robbins.
go.
There's chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla, and I'm one of those. You can like my flavor, or maybe his better, or hers better, but get to know the flavors, and then vote for whoever you think is going to represent you the best.
There you go.
So
I do kind of like that you're from the opposite side of the county, because that side just is not going to get the representation if there's not someone from there.
I know.
So there is that benefit to that.
Totally.
And it's kind of cool that you circle all the way down, right? So you get all that good
I do.
food from Joshua Tree all the way around to San Bernardino, right?
yes,
So,
and some days I even go the back way up to the mountains and drop down.
So I am going to put you on the spot.
Ooh,
Where do you eat?
What's your favorite local joints?
Yeah.
in which region?
Well,
Yeah, you don't
Well,
want to
you
get
have,
yourself in no
you
trouble.
have to come from here. You have to travel all that road. So, you can pick wherever you want.
Or maybe make it even more challenging
I'm gonna-
for every city that you.
Yeah.
So I think we associate food almost like music too. It's nostalgic, so it brings back memory sometimes.
does.
So I'm gonna have to go with Pioneer Town Pappy and Harriet's.
Oh, Pappy and Harriet's are
Yep,
awesome,
yep,
man.
yep.
They have such cool, band flyers in there from these really psychedelic, different
Okay.
concerts.
You're out there in the
wild
desert.
ones, but then
yeah.
also country and everything
Okay.
else in between. So, and that place is old.
It
right
is
there.
old, yeah. It's so much so it's a National Historic
Awesome.
Register.
Right there, right at Pioneer Town,
Yeah,
right? And,
right there.
yeah, that's where they did a lot of filming for old westerns and
It
stuff.
is, yeah. We had
Awesome.
John Wayne's son has property out there and
Okay.
does races and events out there,
Okay,
and yeah,
definitely.
it's the Old West.
Yeah, it's
anyway,
awesome. It's really fun too. It's a different atmosphere, and to go to somewhere like Pappy and Harriet's and you have it literally packed,
I know. Oh.
and you're in the middle of nowhere, right?
Paul McCartney played out there. Yeah.
There was an hour wait after when we and Mom left. We got there a little early, but when we left, it was an hour wait to get in there, and it was on a Tuesday,
man.
in the desert. You're
I
like,
hear you.
wow.
I hear you.
And that's
That's-
what made me realize that this is international now.
It is.
Right? Like if you go up to Big Bear and walk around the village, you'll hear a few different languages.
It's
starting to
packed.
happen at Lake Arrowhead too.
I was
Yeah.
just about to say, last time I was up there at Lake Arrowhead at the village, it was that way. It was tourists from all over the world,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a wonderful experience. My father used to take us up there, and we would go to the McDonald's up there sometimes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
it's really great memories. That drive up into the
See,
mountains is
the
beautiful.
food it's memories that we
Yes.
associate with
You-
those
Well,
things, you know?
I went to the McDonald's
Yeah.
in high school. That's
Okay.
I wouldn't eat it now because man, I love that Cadillac barbecue place. Right?
I've ate there before as well. The food was good.
But yeah, there's other spots there that I go to. Papagayos is really good.
Yep, for Mexican.
Yeah, and if you want a
That
spot,
candy shop up there,
Oh,
their
yeah.
chocolates. I don't know the name of it, but it's up there in Arrowhead Village, and man, their candy is excellent. Not that I should be having any. I'm a diabetic, but don't tell my doctor.
there's also like that little candy shop also has like specialty treats, right? So you can get the chocolate covered crickets or something. I don't know if you guys need those, but
You know, I've had what is it, chapalinas? I believe is what they call them. The seasoned crickets and everything. They're delicious. Like they really go good with a cerveza.
I won't have one with that. But I'll
Oh
try
yes,
some
yes,
to
yes.
bring them
Maybe with that Indian chai that.
in with our chubsies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw them on the chubsies burgers.
So we did get to talk a tiny bit before the show, and of like sometimes you have to go out in the community with the different organizations that you're kind of in charge of, right? And one of those happens to be the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department.
That's true.
And you've been on a couple outings with them, or can you tell us about
Yeah,
them?
I can. And so we have a fantastic elected sheriff, and Sheriff Dykes. And Sheriff Dykes was very supportive when we had, actually, it was Sheriff McMahon at the time. But we were out in Lucerne Valley, and Sheriff McMahon came to a community meeting. And because I had urged him to come out, I'm hearing all these crazy stories about both Chinese and Mexican cartels buying up land in the remote deserts and running illegal cannabis grows. And the locals were, I mean, it was intense.
Yeah,
And
they had to have been terrified.
they were. And so we had a county public works road grader, and he pulled me aside. He goes, I won't grade the roads anymore. He goes, there's black SUVs and guys hanging out of them with weapons.
Oh, my.
He's like, he goes, it is seriously turned into the wild, crazy West out there. And so we got some videos. We flew some drone footage, brought him to the sheriff, brought the sheriff out. Sheriff heard the community concerns. I mean, it was all over even up in the first district, up in Supervisor Cook's area, but mainly like the Lucerne Valley area, Landers,
Yeah,
all the
it's
way out
very-
to
very
Wonder
remote,
Valley.
very
Very
remote,
remote. And
You can hide there, like if like it's really easy.
can,
There's all these
and-
small little like really old houses that were like historic.
we call
yeah.
them rec cabins.
Yeah.
recreational cabins.
Everywhere.
Okay.
They were
Yeah.
they gave parcels of land away in the early days if you committed to putting a little cabin on it.
Okay.
To kind of
And they're everywhere in
Justified.
weird locations, like hidden everywhere.
They are.
I hear you.
So Sheriff McMahon at that time said, we'll do what we can. So we got a task force together, and then Sheriff Dykes became the sheriff, and the Board of Supervisors prioritized it in the budget, and they put a marijuana enforcement task force together, a team, to go out and eradicate all of the illegal grows that we had in the desert.
I hear you.
And
Which
it was,
is impossible, but
no, we did it.
Every single one.
Well, they pop up every once in a
I know,
while,
I
but the
know.
locals are their own little.
Most of them.
But
Yeah.
like that does help the legal market because that illegal cannabis hurts the legal market, and then they can't function properly.
No, it just hurts the legal market. It hurts the body of the people buying it because they're using illegal pesticides and
Yeah,
chemicals.
Stay out the
And,
streets.
and then the whole community there who don't want AK-47 taken out.
Right.
Definitely.
So,
So the sheriffs, did they take you there in full gear, or did you have a
we
bulletproof
did.
vest on?
I don't remember if I had a bulletproof vest. I may have. But yes, I went out on multiple ride-alongs with our
Man.
Met team. And they took me through the grows so that I could understand what they were having to go through. If you just brush some of the plants
Yeah.
with your skin, you end up in the hospital because of the pesticides.
Whoa, that's some intense
So
stuff.
they had to put. And it's hot out in that
suits.
desert too.
So you
Yeah.
so you didn't take
And-
anything home?
No.
Dang. Gosh.
But you know what? That's a problem too. They got to cut the plants.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They got
And then they
the helicopter. Yeah, you see them all burning it. They got no smoke. Let's get their gas mask on.
Yeah, we had a whole team that didn't show up for work the next day.
I hear you. I hear you.
They don't do that. That was old school.
They all went to the
Yeah.
restaurant that you guys were just talking about.
Yeah, the brownie sales were off the charts out there.
Yeah.
The Girl Scouts were following them that day.
But in all seriousness, that costs money too, right?
It did.
So how do you get the money to do those type of enforcement projects?
We do have, so back to the budget of the county, and I never really paid attention to it, but the county is an administrator for the state. So whether it's environmental health, or if you want to put a septic tank in and you got somebody that comes out from the county, how about the letters at the restaurants, ABC? Those are state laws and rules that county environmental health enforces.
Yes.
And we hire those people to act on behalf of the state rules. So the state gives us a lot of money to enforce their rules that they make, and we have a little bit of discretionary funds within our budget that we can maneuver for community concerns. And for about a 4-year period, we maneuvered all of those into eradicating the illegal grows.
Okay.
Okay, now is there any data that suggests that it did lower or higher the price of cannabis or anything like that? Is there anything yet? Is it too
No,
soon?
but I'll tell you. So we have communities, Needles, Barstow, San Bernardino, Adelanto, where cannabis is legal to be grown and or perhaps have recreational dispensaries, dispensaries for commercial purposes, and they were thankful. So anecdotally, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, it just makes sense that you don't want your competition to have
Right.
AK-47.
What did your data say?
That's where I should have gone, right?
Yeah, my data says that the quality is starting to diminish from these large corporations. Right? Yeah. So like, if you want the good stuff, you got to buy it from the smaller ones, and it's super expensive, but which makes sense. So they probably grow it.
Yeah.
You know, with you residing in the beautiful low desert, what is something or a few things that are uniquely beautiful to the region that, since you live there, that many outside of that region, the city dwellers may not know or appreciate?
First and foremost, our night skies.
Yes.
Oh yes.
So my kids grew up with a trampoline, jumping by day and sleeping on it by night.
Me too.
That's where they camp, was on the
It
trampoline.
was the best place to sleep. It's such a good sleep.
Meteor showers,
Oh, yeah.
constellations.
The
Yeah.
Milky Way. You
Yeah.
guys get out there in Joshua Tree. They get spoiled.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And so, but back to land use. Anybody who builds a house puts a big spotlight up because they want to keep the bad guys out, and all the locals go nutso.
Is that a movement now to
Protect the night skies.
Yeah, like I
Yes.
guess in Denmark
We-
they're using red lights or somewhere over there.
All of ours are shielded and downward facing. We created a night sky ordinance, and
Okay.
we like to educate new people coming in and give them a little pamphlet.
Avoid the light pollution.
Yeah, so you don't get your light shot out by your neighbors,
Oh,
which
Lord.
was the thing. Yeah.
So this is a more politician kind of question. Like, what happens when you have multiple events that are important in several different cities on the same day?
For me personally,
Yeah.
I look back and I say, did
you have
I
assistants?
go to the 4th of July in Big Bear last year?
Oh, okay.
I did.
Okay.
So I should probably go to Redlands this year.
That's a good way.
I kind of,
Do you send an assistant? Do you have assistants?
we have what we call field representatives.
Okay.
And mine are all part-time, and they represent me where I can't go. So if I couldn't go to, like, upcoming Memorial Day, I won't be able to make some of the services in different ones, then I'll have a field representative go on my behalf.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that's how she gets help out there in the community.
Oh, yeah.
And you definitely need it because the
It's
one
huge.
person, and you mentioned
Yeah.
how huge the area is, right?
Yeah.
10,000 square miles, right?
It is.
That's like half the county.
Yeah.
It's 22,000 square miles, I believe.
Yes.
We are the biggest county in the country.
We
so
are.
There's so much space to cover. You know,
So how much time we got? 12 minutes.
You know, I was wondering, hearing your story on how you got to where you're at right now. For our youth or some that might inspire to be in elected leadership, what are some pro tips that you could kind of, or wisdom that you could to lend them to help them better prepare themselves?
Pay
for that
better
journey?
attention in high school government. Yeah. Honestly, kind of getting to know people. I have 3 things that I tell people. I didn't when I got appointed into this job, I knew about half of what I was getting into. I mean, I thought I knew more than I did, and then I got into it. And
She was one of those assistants for
I
supervisor.
was, yeah, I was a field rep. But there's so much more that goes into this job that I did not know. Probably about 50% of it I learned after I got
On the
appointed
run.
on the run, and on the job. But I would say to the youth, I talk to kids all the time. If I can do this job, you guys can do anything you want. Hardworking, open-minded,
Okay.
and I listen. You know, I took that from Robert. So
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're gonna listen, I do have suggestions.
tell me.
Now that I have you here.
Yeah, well, no, I do see that the county on their their Facebook pages and social media and stuff are often doing a lot more interviews with the local workers and also showcasing history. I think they need more money. I think they should get more help, and I think they
County
should,
media?
Yeah, they need more money. They need to be doing so many of those videos that it just makes San Bernardino look incredible. Like it's showcasing every single regional park, and you sending people out there to do it, just like I'm doing.
Okay.
Right? And I think if we can all work together with this, we can build the reputation back of San Bernardino. Maybe not to the 1970s All-American City or county, but something special that I love and you love and Yanni loves, right?
We could surpass it. We can do better
Yeah.
because we're moving forward and we're building into the future. So planting those seeds now to have a brighter future where we will be. We won't just be an all-American city. We'll be a all-world city. That's gonna
And we
be our
really
new
are.
goal.
We have the food.
You know what I would also say to the kids? Don't be afraid to just ask and say, I don't even know what you do. Nobody knows what a supervisor does, by the way. And say, can I just do a ride along with you? Can I hang out?
the kids.
I know. It's the adults too.
We wish it was just the
I
kids.
know.
Sadly, when I was watching your interview, you kind of spoke towards that, where when you tell people that you're a supervisor and they assume that you're over a department,
Human resources, public works.
and then
yeah.
you help them get a better understanding. Like, hey, are you familiar with the city council and
Mm-hmm.
the mayor? Like, that's the kind of role that we play, but on a county level.
Right.
You know what I mean? I thought that was a beautiful
Yeah.
explanation. You know what I mean? But what have been some of the unique challenges for yourself in this leadership role that you've overcome?
Oh, well, I had an answer until you threw that part in.
Well, we could take that part out.
Okay. So I think that the hardest thing for me has been I charted a course to try to make things better, which I think I have in many instances, but I'm also able to understand my limitations. And that's really unfortunate. You have people that change the world on, fix this, and you want to pledge to them that you'll do it, and then you realize either you can't. My biggest challenge has been explaining to people the limitations of local government.
I believe it.
And those are usually the squeakiest wheels.
Yeah, they are.
At the maddest state that they've been in because it's a problem they're currently dealing
Right.
with. Oh, yeah. And I'm not even elected, and I get those all the time.
Well,
Yeah.
The question is, when are you going to run, Robert?
No. I learned my lesson just watching.
So I haven't necessarily overcome that, but having empathy and trying to have patience in explaining the challenges that I face when trying to make changes that I'm unable to make, that's hard.
I want to take a moment to recognize, hopefully we don't see her as a squeaky wheel, but she was an advocate, Desiree Sanchez with the ACLU, because we would come up there and speak at the Board of Soups meeting.
She was an awesome squeaky
But what I really appreciated from you, Supervisor Rowe, is that it's like you always took the time, like you said earlier, to listen to people. You honestly would hear people out, and so thank you for that, because Desiree has transitioned. She passed away a few weeks ago.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to
sadly
hear
she
that.
had transitioned. So, but just want to honor her because she was a voice, an advocate, and I always appreciate that you would welcome the conversation.
And please keep coming back,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a real politician, a real one, the kind that we
There you
need
go.
in there. I mean, I judge people by their actions,
Yes.
and I see you say you have limitations, but you're not portraying them like that because you're getting things done. Right?
We try.
Yeah.
Like all of
we were,
us.
We were going bankrupt as a county. We're really hurting, and now it's all turned around.
Amen.
Things are, well, we're very conservative in our budgeting. We are trying to like mind our
I totally.
pennies.
I'm. For me, this is just one of my political aspirations. I feel like we need more options in this country.
Mm-hmm.
I want to create the Purple Party, and the motto is that we're conservative with the money, but progressive with the solutions.
So I'll tell you, purple, can you just do me a favor? We're purple now in so many reasons because we have hardcore red and hardcore left blue
yes,
that
we
make
do.
purple. Can we just kind of come to the center just a little bit?
And the party,
Let's mingle.
the
Yes.
emphasis, and I totally agree.
Point
I
that,
hear what you're
right?
saying, because my idea of the Purple Party is to scoop out those from the left and right that know that we have to work together.
Right.
And it's about all of us, right?
And you
Instead
kicked
of
all
those
the
that-
libertarians out, right?
Well, I want the Green Party propped up. I want to
They're
see.
trying to snag our purple.
I want to see more options. I like our system is more reflective of that of the UK, where you have so no one stays in power so long. You have to
Yeah.
honor all the different aspects of our community. So that's just one of my aspirations that I hope to manifest before I leave this earth.
And I have the last thing that I would like to ask for is for the pups and the kitties and the animals. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Are we gonna be able to fund the divorce shelter with?
So we're doing the new shelter.
Okay. Yes. And
Yep, millions and millions of
we're
dollars.
putting it in.
They're doing great work. It's
any
underway.
timeline, or-
No, Vice Chair Baca would have the timeline more so.
Okay. All right.
But it is moving along and we're excited about it.
And you're on the pup side.
Of course.
Okay. Yeah. You hear that, team?
Yeah.
We do try to help the pups and
Although
kitties as much as we
I was
can.
gonna say I'm kind of a cat person too,
Yeah.
so I can't discriminate
There you
there.
And sometimes it's a piggy or a turtle.
I
You know,
know.
it just
Oh, yeah, I know.
horsey.
Or a horse.
And poor horsies. Oh man.
What about the iguanas?
Yeah. No, seriously. People let pets go, and iguanas don't make it good when it starts the frost.
When it gets
and
cold,
stuff.
yeah, they're dropping out the trees in Florida over that
Oh,
coast.
that's
now.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are they really?
totally. Yeah, when it gets because they're cold blooded.
Yeah.
So when it gets too cold, like they just
They
shut down.
fall out of the tree,
They
and
shut
then
down.
actually people go collect them, so that because they're invasive.
And people are eating them now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got iguana tacos.
You got
down
the
in Florida.
crickets in there. You're the.
I haven't had
no.
iguana yet, but I
for
will
a
try
lionfish,
it. Lionfish, I hear you. They're supposed to taste really good.
And how would you like to end the show? Anything you'd like to say about your family? How's your husband? And
My husband's well. My kids are great. I'm blessed. Yeah, we talk. Here's how I'll round it out. You and I've talked about my son on previous shows,
Yes.
and he went to college. Did 4 years. Both my kids went off to college because my dad said you got to go to college. So I told that to my kids. My son wishes he would have gone to a trade school. So
I can relate to that.
yeah, college wasn't. He finished. He graduated, and he
Now
wishes
he's
he
going
would
Tell
have.
my brother, and he's a
Yeah.
man. He loves it. He loves what
Yeah.
he does.
Now
Right?
he's going to trade school.
Yeah, so I hope the narrative changes that we should encourage kids. College may be for them, junior college, but
We
maybe
should
not.
encourage kids to go do what they want.
That's right.
If it's college
Yeah.
and trade school together, it should whatever.
You
you
can
know?
make some
the other.
great money. We've
Oh,
lost
totally.
the trades, plumbing,
we need 'em.
electrical,
We need 'em.
Job Corps, I thought
iron
that was a great-
workers.
Yeah.
Working on cars,
Yeah.
mechanics. Everyone's car's breaking
I
right
know.
now.
Definitely,
I know.
definitely. And with these gas prices, you
Yo.
want to run fuel efficient as possible.
Yeah,
right?
and thank you for spending your gas. I hope you can take it off your taxes for coming on.
No, it's great to be on the show. It's a pleasure to be in person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Thank you for
And we
blessing us.
appreciate you. I don't make it to as many supervisor meetings as I used to, but I do occasionally watch them online, and you
Good.
guys are still doing a
Good.
good job. The only thing I ever suggest is, I love history. And,
More money for
his-
history and media. Okay.
We will, showcase the positive aspects of San Bernardino, and whoever's doing it's already doing a good job.
Yeah.
Right. So if you got talent,
Just more of it.
yeah, and if you got talent, you got to give those people some love,
Okay.
right? So they'll more talent, right?
Yeah, we're celebrating Route 66. It's 100th anniversary coming up, so lots of
Awesome.
showcase on that.
So
It's this year.
Yeah. So are we gonna? Oh, go ahead, yeah.
No, I'm saying 1 minute left.
Well, what are we gonna do? Are you gonna be? It's all gonna be San Bernardino based, or?
We're following it all the way from start to finish in our county.
Okay.
I'm filming my segment in Amboy.
All right.
There you go.
Please
I
send
like
us
that.
information. I'd love to hear about that, and I'll go with you guys.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, Yanni, would you like to close the show?
Thanks for tuning in to the I Love San Bernardino County radio show, where you get to hear what's happening throughout the Inland Empire. We'd like to thank our guest supervisor Rowe of District 3 for blessing us with her presence, and have a wonderful week, y'all.
And we are.
NBC News on